The Playground Poker Club is our host, and taking their seats at this special event are 12 of the game's toughest pros competing for points in one of the most prestigious events in the game. It can only be the Party Poker Premier League.
Just got so pwned, it's a joke.
No! Turn an ace to end this race.
Yeah, baby, that's it! This is the best shot in poker.
I mean, what the hell?
Yeah!
That's the way to do it. I'm not going to listen to Tony anyway. He clearly has no idea what he's doing.
Come on, let's go!
Oh, this could lead to something.
One thing right a day. Try to practice on that. It's impossible for you to be as dumb as your actor.
You're an idiot.
Bark, 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 bark.
Welcome to Canada's second largest city, Montreal, where one of the biggest events in poker is taking place. The Party Poker Premier League has come to town and is putting on a show at the Playground Poker Club. Providing the entertainment are 12 stars of the game, and here is a reminder of some of their performances so far.
In Heat 1, Premier League newbie Jeff Gross won all the chips, taking down the maximum 14 points. Heat 2 saw Scott Seaver and Jason Kuhn go heads up, both desperate for points after poor finishes in Heat 1. Kuhn took it down and moved to the top of the league. Heat 3 got off to a flyer with another star lineup. It looked like it was Sorel Mizzi's day. He eliminated Phil Laak and then went on to take an impressive chip lead.
When it rains, it pours for the Miz.
Then we saw a string of eliminations. Short stack Jonathan Duhamel was knocked out by last season's champion Dan Shak. Jason Kuhn followed him out the door. And after a shaky start, Vanessa Selbst managed to cling on to take fifth spot. Here is a reminder of the league standings. Jason Kuhn currently sits at the top of the board with 20 points, but he won't be there for long. Those highlighted are still in play and have a chance of winning the maximum 14 points. This means any of the 4 remaining players can take the top spot on the league table. But the favorite at this stage is definitely Sorel Mizzi.
Heat 3 has kind of a crazy dynamic. I've got the chip leader, Sorel, not just the chip leader, but by like a lot.
Infinite. Just
So
endless streams.
Tell me what the dynamic is on the table, because clearly you can kind of run over it right now.
All right, so the dynamic is, just got to make sure that no one's watching. No, well, Jeff is, playing pretty tight. I mean, everyone's playing pretty tight and letting me do my thing, which is what they're supposed to be doing. I mean, at this point, it's me, and then everyone has a stack that's sort of flat. Uh-huh. So everyone's trying to move up a little bit, and it's not like it's like a last longer between them at this point. So, they're going to be playing a lot more conservative, and I'm going to be, because of that, I'm going to be allowed to, accumulate in really easy, non-stressful ways, like just opening instead of having a 3-bet, because people aren't opening very light. So yeah, it's a cool dynamic to be in, to be the chip leader, and I think everyone's playing pretty ABC right now. So
okay, well, it's a different situation out there. Heat 3 continues.
108 hands have played out, and Sorel Mizzi is at the top of the leaderboard with an incredible 1.5 million chips. The other 3 players are going to have to pick up the pace and catch up, especially Jeff Gross, who has just 126,000 chips. The blinds are now up to 8 and 16,000, and I'm joined by Brian Rast and Phil Laak for the conclusion of this heat.
You show up to me as shoving any tip.
It's pretty wide.
Yeah, it's pretty wide.
So, I mean, I think he's got to go with this. Yeah, okay, Jeff.
C8 raise all in.
Time
All in
to
call.
move.
This
I don't know
guy.
how I wake up with these hands.
You didn't wake up with anything. This is an easy king ball.
You got
This is too easy. God,
But you know what?
I
PBF runs good in
just want to
Montreal.
give me action.
He does.
He really does. King Queen should
I didn't
feel
want
like
to be dominated, I wanted to
48%
call.
here in Montreal.
Mizzi, you know I got the run hots on.
I slightly want me to win more than I want you to win.
That's a great flop for me.
Is it?
Yeah.
Would you prefer another flop?
No.
Really?
No.
I think you would.
Yes, he would prefer a king.
Mizzi, I'm a podium kind of guy. I'm not a fourth place kind of guy.
No, I don't think so either. Really? Yeah.
Paint, any paint.
Yep.
Any paint. I love that flop. This place
See, you
loves
knew all
me.
the way.
He is going to win this heat. He is going to win
I
this
told you it
heat.
was a good flop.
It was. It's running so bad today. It's unbelievable.
Miz, I mean, I knew it was going to come. It was just a little dramatic. The jack was unnecessary. Any paint is
There
nice.
was no fear in your eyes.
No, it's nice when it's it's any paint, right? Because it's like just any paint, like a picture card. It's like, oh,
Any
double.
paint you win. You're right.
And look at this now. Jeff Gross has jumped up to 258,000 chips. Could he go on and win this? He still has a lot of work to do, but he is certainly feeling confident. I would say right now, I guess the three favorites to be at to go straight to the final table would be Dan Colman, Sorel, Mizzi, and
It's
Jeff
hard to get
Gross.
running
Really,
eights,
For
though.
sure
That's-
true.
It's like that's not
Yeah,
like a
I
big
mean,
deal.
Colman, Mizzi,
Sometimes you got to pay hands off.
Yeah, it felt like one
and
of those.
Gross. There they are at this table.
Non-hard 8-8, no problem.
obviously Antonio Esfandiari is,
C3 raise all in.
I mean, you can't. It's hard to call him a favorite with 5 points.
but he's only played one heat, so he's got a game in hand in a sense. You gotta add 6 to that, don't? 6
Yeah,
on
but I mean, the
average.
3 people we're just saying are all 14, 11, and 7 after
right,
one,
right.
and they're all at
Can't sweat it this time. I already
the
Right.
top 4 in this one. I mean,
Right.
Antonio's 2 points
one
behind even the lowest one of them, and far from the top 4 in the next heat.
Poor Shak. He really needs the points.
I
This
mean-
is a very tough time to run into queens. Misses his
wow.
6.
I don't want to jinx myself, but the ladies have been doing very well for me.
Miz, you're a ladies' man. Of course
Ladies'
they're doing
man,
good for you.
4 or 2 could be some gutter stuff.
I mean, only 20 bigs, not really that crazy. Ooh.
Good game, Dan.
Wow, so Dan out now.
That 4.
I believe
Yeah.
that's what, 7 points? This is exactly what Phil and I needed.
It really was. I mean, that was quite big for a lot of the lower guys on the league table. Dan Shak, chance to get 11 or 14 there, only getting 7. Not a disaster for him,
Just
but
doing
he
all
is
the
going to
work.
be
I'm
in the
just
muck
buckling
and
up.
mire along with the bottom half of the leaderboard. And Jeff Gross ladders again. He's been the short stack for a while.
I was a short stack and looking like I was going to bagel twice. So part of me is happy with 4th place. I don't like the way I played my last hand. I could have raised, folded, so I wasn't too pleased with that. But overall, I guess considering I started with 0, now I have 7, it's at least moving in the right direction.
All people at the bottom you want.
Yeah.
Miz, it's even better if I win, actually. Like, if I get first, then
Yeah.
it's just like...
Well, not better for me.
You said,
but-
yeah, I think, yeah, that's right.
You got me for
Yeah,
a
that's
second
right,
there.
that's good, yeah.
How much you have?
I have 400.
A lot of the pressure's been taken off these guys.
Yeah.
Now, Jeff at a minimum is walking away with real
420,
points.
huh?
I know,
Plus
I
his
mean,
real points before, and same with Colman.
Jeff is guaranteed the final 4 now.
This
Yeah.
could make a
I mean,
dent.
14 plus
I'm going to put it in.
Yeah, he's
minimum
in.
9
I think.
and 2
I'm
rounds
gonna
to go.
raise
Where
it.
I mean, Jeff is not going out
Wait,
first
are
2 in the
you-
next
is that not
couple.
enough to
So.
go back? Whenever they do
I
that,
actually think
that's
Dan
not
Colman
good.
might be in the
How
same
much?
spot.
Did he say all in?
He said,
I
I'm
swear,
Actually,
I
the
was
three of these
I was
guys
just talking
are.
to someone about that.
Wow.
Like, whenever, was it you?
Yeah,
I don't think
I
Miz
will
can
not lie. That
fold
would
this
be
for a million
bad. If he's
years.
like doing the like
39 total.
induce, like wait a little, like maybe you called good, not good at
what?
it.
239 total.
239. I call.
Seat 1 call.
That's gonna be. Oh, I love it. You got ace queen, miss?
No, 7s.
Oh, sorry, dude.
You got it?
Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
You're really good at all in.
You're just chilling. You know, huh?
I won one of these the other day with a king jack.
Yeah, that was versus me. King jack versus my sixes.
Sixes. So sevens, like it's like whatever.
Come on, Sorel.
King Jack with the guy who runs the best in Montreal. JG doesn't lose these races. This is not 53. Fix that screen. It's more like 68%.
I
thought he'd already
I feel like
doubled up.
JG's losing this one though.
Queen 10-7.
Oh, you get to see it.
You get it right away. Right away.
Good.
Wow,
What do
I
I
thought
know?
you meant for you right away.
Yeah, I think you were vibing the wrong way.
go 8 of
He's gonna
hearts.
win this heat. Like from a long way off, he was gonna win this heat.
Wow. Heart. Oh no.
Heart is good.
Heart is no good.
I mean, a heart is 10 hearts is a good card for gross. Is what I'm
How
saying.
much is it?
Oh, Miz, why? I thought we're tight. All right. Got it. Check.
It's too strong. You're all in game.
I'm a strong guy. Listen, this is a sit and go for all the haters and Rast and Antonio and this and that and the king. Just calling the king I flushed. You know that was right.
Jeff Gross doubles up again to stay in the mix for maximum points. Join us after the break as Heat 3 continues here at the Playground Poker Club.
I never know what that smile means.
Nicely done, Jeff. Nicely done.
I'm a sicko. I need a sweat.
This is not normal poker. This is like fun style points like this and that.
Welcome back. Out in fourth place is Dan Shak, whose league campaign is now in the balance. Sorel, Mizzi, Dan Colman, and Jeff Gross remain, but which one of these superstars will edge closer to the coveted title? Let's find out.
No one has ever made it look this easy in the Premier League. For Sorel, Mizzi, it's just been sort of automatic.
38. C4 race 38,000.
Wow.
Ooh, this could be a cooler. This would be where his tight stuff from before would actually be. We would like him to go back to the super tight JG.
But I mean, it's not. JG's
gonna
shove.
Yeah.
Flattery though. That's what they say. So.
Do you think he's been playing pretty tight this Premier? He just tries to survive. This is a. What is he gonna
Is it the
set
best
pedal?
strategy to go all in
This
and
is
then
a
just
really-
dog him?
Well, he decided.
Maybe he's going for a
your
stop
play.
and who acts first on this hand?
No, he's second. He's
second.
playing his position.
He's playing position with a real hand. It's a go and go. Huh. Well, I'm pretty sure the 10 Colman feels he's winning that. I mean, the king is. We would have heard about the king already.
Or maybe only like king X suiteds or something that JG's not shoving.
That could hit. That could hit the ace jack. So.
Wow, JG's
Wow,
gonna
JG
bet.
gonna.
I don't know.
He's putting his opponent on something.
What does he think?
He's thinking. You know what?
35,000.
JG does play tight.
Call.
But yeah, you gotta call that. Now, if you could find a second barrel, he would for sure. This looks like maybe Colman has a jack. You know, I think it's gonna go check check.
Yeah, me too. I don't really like a bet with JG. I think it's a spot you should probably not.
Check.
8 check.
He's taking the value. It's not
You
gonna
have to
get
show
there.
first though, since you're the aggressor.
No, that's in
It's on
Europe.
you.
It's in Europe. But he does want to see what it was.
He does want
Colman
to.
did want to see that one.
Yeah, he was going to use his one time there. I think his one time of being super rude and hoping he could just get it through.
Yep.
Say, can I see the hand?
Wasn't bad, heads up.
Yeah, I mean, it's a curious thing. It's like, what did he call me
Of the
with?
12 people in this
What does he
tournament,
have? Like
how many would
pre-flop,
say
you
that they're
know?
top 2 skill-wise?
Didn't shove a
Oh,
full
like they're the best
check
in the
back.
field or ever?
Can't beat
Yeah, in this
tens
field, they're
with
one of
the
the top.
And well, right there, you know, of your panel of 27 experts, Phil, 26 of them would have gone broke with the 2 fours. Now I know that's very results oriented, but only Jeff Gross is.
Because he understands it's all about survival. This
only
is something
Jeff
I used
Gross
to.
has survived.
Yeah, he's taking it to heart. I'm going back
it's
to
like
the survival
poker.
10.
Yeah.
I'm going to join
Everybody's the
JG in survival
He
10.
is now the man on the,
Yeah.
you know, the singular road.
Yeah, this is a spot Coleman's going to definitely work on. But, I mean, I feel like JG's hand's like a little too good right here. He's probably going to, I don't know, he called 4s. I don't know why he wouldn't call this, but...
Well, he's going to fold this because he can't set pedal this.
This is almost a better hand to call. I'd rather shove 4s and call with this.
Yeah.
4s does better when you're actually
Multi-handed,
called with the shove.
Right.
And then, you know, this actually plays better. You're more likely to flop a pair or something with this, so... at these stack depths. I'd rather shove the fours.
By the way, I'm really glad to see that JG, his tight thing was really 8 to 4-handed. 3-handed, he's been doing a little this and that and flatting with hands people might show, but he's playing more, you know, which you have to.
As he was a heads up, you know, he out-juked Colman in heat number 1. And there is a run out where that 7 plays.
Yeah.
There's the start of that run out. Could it be the Montreal 3-4 on the river?
It plays now, basically.
It basically plays.
Jack, ace, all sorts of cards. 3.
Oh, not anymore.
This is I think you just
60,000.
You gotta call this. Your hand's too big the way the action, everything's been going. I mean, how do you fold this? You're crushing everything except real hands. But if he folds, I'm going to be really proud of him. Maybe this tight thing is...
I mean, he's underrepresented his hands.
He has,
so
that's
much.
why.
But here's part of it, too. Coleman has bet 60 into 85, so it's like the bet's kind of big enough that that JG's starting to think, like, damn, it's, you know, it's not like a little 30K ball where you're just like, oh, yeah, he's value betting, like, you know,
and his stack,
5-8.
Yeah, but wouldn't Colman do this with just not a little bit of air, but a lot of air?
Yeah, no,
he
maybe,
might
but
think
that's
I'm trying to get a king high to bet.
But see, now
right?
JG's starting to wonder if the dichotomy is bluff catcher. Like, he checked Jack.
Wow. He folded. He just saved it. That is feel, or playing really tight. But I'm going to give it feel.
Let's go feel.
I'm going to go feel, yeah.
That'll be a curious one later. Curious what you folded. I think you had like Jack, Queen.
Dan Colman remains firmly in the mix with those recent wins, and his Premier League debut continues to go well. The man known for excelling in hyper turbos certainly looks comfortable here at the Premier League.
I'm Dan Colman. I'm from outside Boston, Massachusetts. I don't think I had a natural ability for the game. I first started it was gambling, you know? It was just fun. But then, as soon as I found online poker, I realized that some people were winning, and I want to know how they were winning. So I looked into that, and I just kept trying to work to get better and better, until eventually I became a winning player. The 2 biggest online heads-up tournaments of the year, I got second in the 20K buy-in, and I won the W Coupe 10K buy-in. Whenever you win a tournament, you get a lot of confidence from it. You realize, wow, I can win. So when you're in a spot where you're down, you just lost a lot of chips, you know that you're still capable of winning. The grind lately for me, it's been getting a little bit boring. So when this came up, I was presented with this opportunity. It really excited me. This is my first big TV tournament. I'm a bit out of my comfort zone. You know, there's bright lights, you're playing on a poker table it's not your normal poker table. But at the same time, I feel very confident when it comes to playing poker. I feel very confident in my ability, so it's not going to change my game at all.
You can get it returned.
Lines are up, and this is a reminder of what they are fighting for. 14 points will be awarded to the winner. The runner-up will get 11, and third place is awarded 9. All 3 remaining players are vying for a big finish to help guarantee a seat at the final table.
Yep.
JG investigating his chip stack. It is actually really kind of annoying to watch all the time.
CD raised 50,000. Can you just put your cards on the scanner, please?
How much you have behind him, Jeff?
Now I have to count it.
Total to start.
I like how he's going to count again after playing with his chips. I mean, Mizzi's in trouble here, I think.
Wow.
I mean, Jeff started to play a few more hands.
You have about 4?
420.
He's shipping it, yep.
Seat 1, re-raise, all in.
Call.
All in, call.
Wow. How do you do it, Jeff?
That's the worst possible hand to have against aces.
It's good to know. Thanks for the fun fact, buddy.
I'm sure
fun fact.
Thanks for the fun fact.
It's not the worst. The worst would be ace, 9 diamonds, 9 of clubs. But thanks for sharing that. Did you have a 9 as well? Is that what you're saying?
No.
You had 2?
I wish.
wow, how do you have aces when I have an ace in my hand, when we're in a three-handed game? That's what I want to know.
That's my style.
How do you do it?
One, you know it. You're just asking rhetorical questions.
Like, I figure 30% of the, I'm going to have 30% if you call, like, 99.9% of the time.
That was the purest reaction I've ever seen from Sorel.
Okay. How much?
Thank you for that fun and interesting fact.
That's amazing.
I think we should rewind to watch that again. He gave him the thumbs up.
It's not your ordinary play. You've known that for years.
Did he? With after the fun fact?
These tight quarters are going to match up a lot.
You've made the podium already, and now you've doubled up.
I told you I'm not just here to. This is like what I'm here to play.
Nicely done, Jeff. Nicely done.
That's my style. I'm a little more cautious. And I play
Second position, 729,000. Gross has done it. 14 points in the bag for Jeff Gross, guaranteed.
Oh, that's some run good.
9 here and on track perhaps to that immortal position of I cannot be beat. Not in Montreal, not this year,
C1 raise 40,000.
and not tonight.
I'm all in. C4 re-raise all in.
He knows what he's doing, but he's going to get some bad news.
I think he's in trouble,
Yeah, Mizzi has to snap this off.
Seat 1 call.
Aces.
Really?
Did you say aces?
Sick fast roll. Aces.
He has a sense
That's
of humor,
not good
Dan
to look at a man
Colman.
with aces.
You're not?
No.
Feeling
Sorel
good is
can
Sorel
pull.
Mizzi. This one looks like it's going heads up most of the time.
Shak is a
There's
blank.
a heart.
Yep. I mean,
You got a heart at least.
not a good flop for
Can't
Dan.
say you
Would
didn't
you
get a
take?
heart.
Would you take the 3 of hearts?
I'd be okay with it.
You'd be okay with that?
I would be okay with
You got
it.
a nice
Why are you guys
stat.
happy with sweats? You know what sweats.
I'm a sicko. I need a sweat, even if it's against me. Like, I'm okay with the 3 hearts. I just don't want a queen. I don't want anything to end it. Even an ace of spades would be bad. It's not fun.
Feel safe.
Even an ace of spades would be better
I need
than
that heart rate.
to the final
Are
level.
you a 14% kind of guy that loses?
I don't even want to get an ace. I want there to be a sweat. That was good
That
material.
would have been fun.
I did have hearts. I did have hearts. I didn't
Dan
have
Colman will
hearts.
take 9
Wow,
points.
Jeff Gross heads
Miz, I
up
said we were going to be heads up. That was a heat
for
off.
all the cheddar again.
Bro,
I
yeah, you
don't
had
know.
it. You had it. It was just the
Take a
one.
You
minute
can
here.
do it.
First and
Miz,
second guy.
this is not normal poker. This is like fun style points like this
Yeah,
and
man,
that.
there's a lot
I
of
have my own
intricacies to
thing.
the
I
game.
experimented, I studied, I put in the time, and I'll just let him bark.
Yo, it's so chill.
Antonio, you know? He just
Antonio
bark,
doesn't know what's going
bark,
on.
bark. And he's the number 1 player in the world, but he's not the number 1 Premier player, I'll tell you that.
That's true.
I put him in the bottom third, how about that? of Premier League players.
You guys want to come?
This is confirmation of the current league standings after Coleman's eviction. He is now top of the board on 20 points, but he won't be there for long. Sorel Mizzi and Jeff Gross will now battle it out for those maximum 14 league points.
Considering you have 20 points going forward, that puts you in a pretty good position, right?
Yeah, I'm in a really good position. All the people that have done well, they keep doing well. And the
Yeah.
people at the bottom are staying at the bottom. So, yeah, that's really good for my position.
Okay, well, good luck in the last 2.
Thank you.
Heads Up gets underway after the break.
Why are you looking into my eyes, miss?
You have to be looking in my eyes for me to be looking at your eyes.
Welcome back to Premier League 7 here in Montreal, Canada. We are Heads Up here in Heat 3.
I have 2 very happy players here going into the heads up. Sorel, you have about a 3-to-1 chip advantage here. However, we are at the Playground Poker Club, and we kind of know that Jeff's not going to miss here, right?
It's been known that this is his spot, so anything could happen at the Playground Poker Room. Like anything has happened. He's won 3 flips. He's just the best. He hangs around like he's just there, and no one really notices them, and then he just gets first or second. That's his style.
It is. It's your style. You got first in the first heat. You're going for a double now.
Yeah, this feels good. This is not a lot of pressure. And Mizzi and I said we were going to be heads up last time, so I was off by 1, and tonight's Friday, so we're trying to speed it up. This one's going a little faster. We got night out in Montreal tonight, so we're going to try to get it going.
One thing is for sure, no matter the results for this Heads Up match, Jeff Gross will be the league table leader. However, Mizzi, with 2/3 of the chips in play, will be looking to win maximum points here to help his Premier League campaign. As much pressure as you can get in the Premier League, you can also get to a point where there's absolutely no pressure. only 2 matches in, and both Jeff Gross and Sorel Mizzi are going to be in a spot where essentially they're only gathering chips for the final table. And they can really put the screws down. For Sorel, of course, way better for him to win here than get second.
Check.
Raise and call both players with aces. And Mizzi clearly with a plan just to slow this down as much as possible.
That's a great hand for Miz, too. I mean, it pops open.
Check.
I don't know, is it time for Mizzi to bet?
It's very interesting.
I like a bet.
He gave up, Gross gave up the lead twice. It's reasonable just to fire at it.
Call.
Wow, this is a value call, by the way.
Is that going to slow Sorel down?
He's just thinking, I have the best hand. And now he knows he has the best hand. And he's going to check and hope to hang Mizzi. Although I think Mizzi's going to check, too. He knows that he's against the 9, like whatever, 5 or something.
No, I don't think he does. I think he might think he's up against like an ace high or something.
Really?
Yeah.
If Mizzi bets, I think the only bet really is super large, because there are a lot of value 1-pair hands that you can also get blown. You can blow those hands away. You can push them off like a king 6 and a 9, 8. You can push them off sometimes.
I think Gross is going to call this, by the way.
This money
Me too.
ain't
It's a
coming
crying
back.
sick call, but he's going to do it. He played it to get this call. Look at that. JG, you're the best. JG, I take back everything I ever said on national TV. I take it all back.
That pains Sorel because it made him think that maybe his overall strategy is a little too passive.
Wow.
Whole way.
Yeah.
The thing that's telling about that is there's JG taking extreme use of his, what do you call it, image. He's like, if I call, he'll shut down because I do have the best hand or whatever, and they know I have hands. And then the 7 comes, and he knows that it's just too...
50,000.
I think if a blank comes, he's still calling.
I just wonder if Sorel is going to decide that actually the better way to beat Jeff Gross is to be a little more hyper-aggressive rather than slowing everything down.
No, Miz is going to keep to his plan. Miz is not thwarted. He made, one hand goes warbly like that ace-4, ace-7 hand. That doesn't throw Mizzi off his game. He's sitting there with 1-6 against 9. He's not worried. Let's talk about this for a sec. Even though it says 50-50 in the monitor, in real life it's Gross 100%. Gross isn't going to lose this game. Think about the future cards.
No, there's a few cards that come out. I mean, a 3 or a 2 or come out and Mizzi's not folding.
Check.
No, I just think JG can just make huge bets here.
Yeah, no, but JG's going to keep betting. I think this card, Mizzi's probably going to fold this. This would be a really difficult call to make.
It's a small bet.
65,000.
Mizzi knows he's folding.
Fold.
Bet your draws, kids. Did you see that hand? When you have a monster draw like that, just bet it.
He's on the warpath, Jeff Gross.
Because sometimes they'll fold a better hand.
Even if it's not that much better.
I think Jeff is very happy with the way things are going before. In the back of his mind, he kind of feels like he's got this.
He might have a hand, but there was no shot after like the button.
Jeff seems
folding,
very
like, whatever.
confident.
It's just like,
Wow, we're gonna see. We're gonna see some fireworks here.
Now it's when it stopped getting fun. The fun has just left the building for Sorel Mizzi.
Yeah, I feel like Mizzi's hand has a little bit too much value to kind of 4-bet fold. I mean, I think the play is really just a call.
Call.
So yeah, that's what he does.
In the back of his mind, he feels like he'll figure out if it's dominated because Jeff Gross isn't really the kind of guy who just goes barrel with nothing.
Yeah. So this is a great flop for Mizzi. I kind of think Mizzi's going to win this one. I mean, Jeff might bet here, but I mean, I don't think Sorel's going to fold.
Is Sorel within his rights just to think I'm just in terrible shape here? And to call and just hope for a 10
85,000 call?
The truth is that, I mean,
this freezes everything up.
Jeff Gross is the 3rd time he's 3-bet Mizzi in a while. Mizzi's not saying, oh, he has to have ace, big ace right now. He's thinking,
by the way,
he could be thinking Queen Jack is the best hand.
Also float, maybe I can seal it later.
Yeah,
I mean, JG's done with this hand 100 times.
What was it at?
135,000.
God. Oh my God, JG, you're a genius.
Fold?
Yeah.
Rast and I both got it wrong.
And that was a class play by Jeff Gross. Was the thought behind that he could get Sorel to fold a king? Was that his thinking?
Yeah, or a weak ace.
And he's taken the chip lead. He has taken over the chip lead.
I think what he's thinking is maybe a king, and maybe a lot of his like floats or weak draws. You know, I mean the truth is that Sorel he'll have an ace sometimes, and maybe he'll call him again. But if he folds a king or worse, then you know it's a good bet. And the flip side is if Jeff checks, it's kind of a gross spot.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep.
Now the gross style here is to just call this.
Yep.
They're too deep. You know, the gross style is to call. If he shoves, I think it's more because of it's late at night now and he's tired than the way he actually wants to play with it. And he will be upset with it later.
Yeah, but he kept his theme. And now he wins the match.
Match is over.
And now he wins the match.
Oh my God, JG, you are the king.
We're going home early tonight, people.
Wow, he's leading.
It's amazing.
Holy cow.
55,000.
Oh my God. Wow.
Sorel might just call here. I mean, yeah, it's like, all right, if you have nothing, I might as well keep you in.
Yep.
And a diamond's not even an action killer, is it?
No, because they both have a diamond. Wow.
That's it. Hey, that Mizzi just got really lucky right there.
Yes. He's only going to lose most 2 more bets, but with no raise.
Wow, Mizzi, you are the best. I mean, this can he just fold aces here? I know it's sick, but Mizzi's good, and Mizzi knows that his opponent has a hand, doesn't he?
Why are you looking into my eyes, miss? Bro, it's all about the choice. I gotta feel that connection.
Look at this. Sorel knows to talk to his opponent. I think he has to call.
Yeah, but
he got the live read that he should fold. JG was going.
You have to be looking at my eyes for me to be looking at your eyes.
JG really wants that board to pair. He thinks his opponent has some kind of flush draw, maybe.
Another.
And look who's holding the ace of diamonds. Can Miz go on I'm turning my hand into a bluff in case he has 2 pair? Maybe I'll get him to fold.
I mean,
if JG bets, is this a value bet, bluff blocker bet to get to find out the super truth, meaning that I'll get some hands to call.
No, the real question is that if he bets, is Mizzi just going to jam it in?
Jam or, yeah, wow.
That's the question.
Now he can. He can jam it a lot easier now. Can he do it? This is so sick, turning the hand into a bluff.
Because the way the board is run out, everything got there.
So the thing about this play is there's an expiring time limit and sort of like facial expression that at some point, after some amount of time, if you look agonized enough, you kind of lose your ability to bluff here.
Successfully, right.
Mizzi hasn't lost it yet, but at some point, let's see if he kind of cracks. Fold. Okay, good fold.
He laid down the aces.
I had a little tickle. You had a tickle? Yeah, what did you have? I had a big hand. Did you? I had a bigger hand pre-flop, I can guarantee that. I could have shoved. It would be very hard for you to call.
It would have been, but I
had a blocker. I had a diamond blocker.
Wow.
Look at that aggression. His V-chip is way up. His V-chip has quadrupled.
Well,
let's give Mizzi some props there.
Seriously, so sick, Mizzi.
It's a good fold.
It's kind of like laying it on the line, laying down aces there.
That's my affiliate business now.
That was pretty legendary to fold that on the river. Those
60,000.
It wasn't a huge
Michael
bet.
make you part of the team?
I mean, it was the kind of bet that you can forgive yourself for
yeah,
calling because you have aces heads
It was
up.
a good fold.
I would buy lights from you.
It was a good fold.
Right.
We'll get a little action on this one.
60?
Get a lot of
60,000.
action if a king comes. That is the card. A good old like king of diamonds.
And this is unusual for Sorel.
Heart.
Check.
Well,
I mean, I think there's a good chance Mizzi bets this again.
It's almost like Sorel just takes at least one street out of every hand because he doesn't want the pot to get too big.
I think a good play to go for it.
165.
I don't see Jeff continuing here.
Miz with the
He does have the 7 of hearts. I mean, he's got a little bit more backup now if he's wrong, but it's tough.
He's not really sure what he wants to see. There's not really that many cards that make him able to call a bet on the river easier.
Queen kingy with the queen of hearts, Mizzi. I'm gonna give you it, whatever.
Close.
It was pretty close.
Nice guess or nice? Nice.
Close.
Whatever.
You had one card right.
Which one of these two players will win maximum points? E3 concludes after the break.
You're sick. I know you're sick.
I enjoy the pain just as much as the pleasure, bro.
We are heads up here at the Playground Poker Club. Heat 3 of the Premier League is nearly over, but who will take those all-important 14 points? Sorel Mizzi or Jeff Gross?
So far today, the Canadian Sorel Mizzi has really shown his class, taking a huge chip lead in his bid to win maximum points.
That's a good run out for me. When it rains, it pours for the Miz.
But Jeff Gross, with one win already under his belt, really looks like he has cracked this format.
Mizzi, I'm a podium kind of guy. I'm not a fourth place kind of guy. This is not normal poker. This is like fun, style, points, like this and that. Yeah, like he doesn't just give out free info. You should put a disclaimer that
Stage 1 was Sorel Mizzi, and Stage 2
you can't just give it away.
was the domination of Jeff Gross. This is probably the third stage of this head-up match.
Phil could easily be in there.
That's a good. That's a
And it
little.
feels
That's
like
a really
big
good dynamic duo.
blinds.
I like those two.
Yeah.
And a little bit more like anyone's game.
Call 80,000.
Is it clear to Mizzi right now how he's going to beat Jeff Gross?
Check.
I'm not sure if he
Check.
is sure. The light 3 betting was working a little bit.
JG has turned me around. My entire opinion of him. Everything. I wonder what Antonio would be saying if he was sitting here in the box with us.
95,000.
I mean, I think Mizzi's starting to, maybe he got a, if he doesn't know yet, he's developing an appreciation for Jeff's game. And Jeff has nothing, 10 high. So we're all going for a fat value bet with second pair.
This feels very wheelbarrow-y. Wheel like
You can't talk, Jeff. It's done. He can't call now. You see?
Big fold.
Fold.
Once he says that.
Miz, how? I mean, just back to the wall, no problem. Whatever. Just run it up. Adversity, a little adversity. This would have been. You had so many chips. Like to just win wouldn't even be fun. You had to like couldn't have the chip lead the whole tournament. That's boring.
The sick part of me likes
That's
the
why I have
fact
to punish
that
you and teach you that you shouldn't like
this.
You should just like to win. You shouldn't enjoy like the.
It's not like
I enjoy the pain just as much as the pleasure, bro. I'm a sick human being. You either have it or you don't, and I have it.
You're sick. I know you're sick already.
I just wanted it to be even, you know. I wanted it to be fun and 80.
80,000.
Jack 9 is really a big hand. I think I might run with this one. I mean, I'm seeing the 8-3, but even if I couldn't see the 8-3, I might run with this hand.
You know, it's only 25 big blinds he's got. Couldn't he just sort of, you know, put a...
It's 25 big blinds left?
I mean, don't you think he could just kind of put a guttural roar statement up, you know?
Oh, I would just call then. I thought it was shorter stacked than that.
What about the, you know...
You don't have to let this
the
rip.
Slam jam.
This is a hand with a lot of value. You just don't want to fold.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh.
Unfortunately, Mizzi has nothing.
I hope JG can check this. Please check it. Oh, I don't like this. This is so terrible. This is the thing. If I could put my tightness on some boards into Jeff's brain, he would win all the money. The only way he wins when Miz decides to hurricane lunge with air on a pure read that's wrong. That's the only way he can win. But Mizzi has no, what do you call it, get there value.
Yeah, the problem with Mizzi's hand, I think he really wants to float.
But he has no backdoor value.
Nothing, but he might just do it anyway.
He's so sick. Oh, look at this.
Wow.
And JG's not going to know how weak Mizzi is.
The sick thing is Mizzi, who has not made really a flop play all match, is just going to make it when Jeff has like the nuts. The stone nuts.
No way. Oh, poor Mizzi. Mizzi's going to hate hearing that. And by the way,
is there any way Jeff can find a call here? He can't really.
He really can't, because what if your opponent has ace of diamonds, 5 of clubs? It's important to get the money in.
Done.
All in?
Wow.
Re-raise, all in.
And
what an uptick hand.
Sorel Mizzi just did not have the energy
Now
there.
it's exactly switch. It's a mill ball for Mizinator, and it's 1.4 mill ball for PBF, a.k.a.
What
Jeffrey
brought
Gross.
that on?
I don't know. For some reason, I guess Mizzi decided Jeff was leading weak.
That was good timing for you. Then,
I don't know why.
So maybe Sorel thinks he actually is kind of weak
please.
when he leads.
Yeah, that's definitely possible.
It's that whole philosophy that like I just
maybe
can't
it was-
call.
And that's why. And I guess Sorel just felt like he didn't have enough to fall float with 8-3 of clubs
Right.
there.
If he had a stronger hand, he could
80,000.
see the float.
Well, either way, that definitely got Jeff's energy back. Look at, I mean,
Call.
he's definitely more intense now.
I wonder in that exact moment what your calling hand would have been, because it's different, obviously, right there than like in a little bit, you know.
Check.
Let's see if JG can lose the minimum.
Quite a bad flop for JG. I mean, his
It's
opponent's
terrible.
going to hit this
C-bet,
a lot.
It's got C-bet written all over it, and
Although I don't
It's
love
got-
this
I'm
C-bet.
65,000.
why? Because it's the
Well,
8 through
queens
queen
and
range?
jacks, queens,
Yep.
jacks, and 10 highs, which you beat, all drilled this flop.
Yep.
Ace high may or may not call you.
Also, yeah, anytime those
Call
8 through
65.
queens come, that's the cards people connect with because the cards they call with a lot. You can't blame the C-bet.
Check.
No,
Really
I mean,
double
it's
barrel.
never
that wrong,
never
too.
that wrong.
I think JG's going to close up shop.
Yeah, me
the
too.
way the hands float out, he's got to feel that his opponent's connected.
The problem, too, is
Check.
he's just, as you can see on the thing, he could just be dead.
Yep.
You know, I mean, he's got to be thinking maybe a king's good. That's about it.
Now, this is a value bet, by the way. I believe this is straight value, hoping that something like pocket sixes, ace 4, ace king, ace jack call.
Yeah, this is a value
You're
bet for
protected.
sure.
And look at king high. It's kind of the same as a pair of
145.
fours, you know.
Wow, Miz. I had you. I thought the queen hit you, like 10 jack, queen jack, and then now I don't think you have a queen. So like, what are you doing? What are you betting?
Actually,
Now,
his
with
story
that-
makes
yeah.
sense.
It doesn't look like. I mean, you say that, and PBF can never raise. Once you give that, the most you can do is call.
This would be.
I mean, what?
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
called the
this-
bet on the flop.
I think this would be a bad call.
Yeah.
I mean,
bad
you're
posturing.
call.
What do you have? You can tell me.
Oh,
Call.
wow.
7-8. No good?
Eight's good.
Well, I
145.
think that's a kind of a bad call.
Me too.
Missing 20.
I mean, you
Should be
can
that,
think of
right?
a few hands that you're beating.
Nice hand, Mizzi. Forgot who I was playing, you know, the average
Yeah,
Joe isn't
145,
valuing that, but the Miz, no problem.
Yeah.
Mizzi's
Average
Whoa.
Miz.
Mizzi had to have
That's
something to call the
45.
flop.
See, you're on top. You run a
You had to
pretty
have
clean
Yeah.
game here, Miz. You're trying to give you an extra 50.
No.
I need every extra bit of chips I can get.
Wow.
You went from 3-1 dog to chip leader to what are we at now? I feel like I'm ahead, but not by much.
Lines are starting to get aggressive. Wow, they're at 30-60.
30-60, this is party time. This is all part of the plan. Like, get the Miz to the big blinds, and then the same as like this guy, the heads up dudes. You guys just do the heads up, like perfect math stuff. Now it's like a little more
I'm
variance.
not one of those perfect math dudes. I'm
I'm not either. I'm a feeling guy, but
I'm a
like
feeling guy too,
I know
bro.
that I can reduce the math of the feeling when it gets late. You know.
30-60.
Here we go. Sometimes the cards help it.
Yep.
If you get back.
120 total.
120?
Yep.
Ooh. Mizzi's gonna just do it. I just think he's doing it.
Yeah, he's got
It's not enough to play out this whole. Like, it's too much value.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
Gross would be terribly bad for
figured
Gross.
it out.
Would it be just for him to just go for all in or fold?
I
a
would
couple
fold. I would
times,
go all
you
in
know?
with ace 7
I
here.
actually really like him just limping the jack 10 of diamonds on the button with his stack size.
You start with about
To avoid this spot where
Yeah,
you
where
raise
it's just
and, like,
leaked out
I mean,
more
you almost
chips.
have to call, like with his hand, to a shove.
Right? Isn't it crazy?
Raise all in.
It does feel like it's one of those things.
This feels like this is like the Mizzi hand where he's like trying to get this one through, and then he can run me over, and I have a pretty good hand, Miz.
You have a very good hand, Jay.
It's time.
But, I don't
It
know
is
what the
time.
genius
I mean,
is
look,
saying
against
to you
ace
here.
7,
It is time,
he's
Jeff.
48%. You see that?
Yeah.
I mean,
Blinds 30-60.
like it would actually
Wow.
be a mathematical mistake if he
6,
folds
10
this after
blinds.
putting in
Wow, I
120K.
run good here, Miz. This feels like I gotta be just super
this it?
live. I think I'm. What's that?
Is this it?
Feels it.
It feels like it's
This
it?
feels like it's it. Everyone wants to go to sleep here.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
This is just too pretty.
Yeah.
See?
You're not
Oh,
losing
I'll
this
do it.
hand
I'll
at
have the best
playground
hand.
poker.
Yeah, rag. That's right. Ace ragger, sixes.
Jack 10 suited.
The Miz.
All right, buddy.
Oh,
This is
is
Either
great.
way, we
This is
go.
why we grinded for this. We could have just done this blind like 4 hours ago. We got all kinds of things we're doing.
Wow.
Oh, that's
Wow.
fun. That was
I thought
fun.
it wasn't
2 to
going to
1
be
dog.
fun.
What's that?
I thought it wasn't going to be fun, and then I realized, wait,
honestly,
it is
I
fun.
really don't want the 7 of diamonds at any
Queen of
point.
clubs.
That's just not cool.
Bam!
Oh, that's
Ooh.
dude. This is
More
like
outs?
I couldn't draw this hand up more fun. This is good.
You have enough points, bro. Just
Take a. Oh, it's red.
red in the bed.
That's it.
God, I could have been the
GG,
only
buddy.
Premier League player to win every heat he's ever played in his life.
First and second's not bad either.
First and
Nice job,
second
man.
is not bad
Let's go,
either.
Ron.
And for
that should be
Jeff
your
Gross,
commentary, right?
second place here, but he is the league leader.
Probably, yeah. Reluctantly.
Fantastic heads up to finish off that heat. And for Sorel Mizzi, he really made a statement for the Premier League. Brian, what was his secret tonight?
Well, his secret was to make really big pots, make full houses. No, Sorel played really well. He did run good. He made a lot of big hands. And I think part of the trick in Premier League is if you can really build up a big chip stack early, it puts a lot of pressure on your opponents to just try to squeeze into like third or second and not really try to beat you, at least until it gets to heads up.
Mizzi and Jeff Gross, 1 and 2 now in the Premier League standings and looking strong to be at that final table.
I mean, you must be on top of the world.
Huge, yeah. I needed a good score here to like be in a comfortable position. Yeah, I'm really happy with how I played, and Jeff played great as well. And he had me nervous for a while when he had me. I had him 3 to 1 to start, and he got the chip lead back. But I ended up getting it back and winning. So I'm really happy with the result for sure.
So after 3 heats, this is confirmation of the league standings. These are the players who sit at the top of the board and now include Sorel Mizzi, who won the heat tonight. Those now in the playoff spots are Jungleman, Scott Seaver, Jonathan Duhamel, and last season's winner Dan Shak. And the players struggling at the bottom of the league table in the elimination zone will really need to up the pace.
Heat 3 is done and dusted. Who will take down Heat 4? Join us next time for more poker action here at the Party Poker Premier League.
You're so hopeless, it's amazing. Very strange, Vanessa, very strange. Oh, I played bad. Come on, don't do this, man.
The problem is I might be playing dirty.
Oh, I play so bad.